It's the 10 to 1 podcast with your host, Brad Oman, featuring Ben Conowitz and Nate Laux. And here's the podcast.
Hey, everyone. Do you guys remember us or not?
Hey, hi.
Let us know in the comments.
It's a brand new podcast.
Back in the day, we had an SNL podcast where we talked about sketch comedy.
So it's been 9 years since the show ended, the 50th season, and we're finally going to get around to this recap that we've been waiting. But it's worth the wait because I've spent minutes.
Maybe.
I've spent minutes preparing
Oh,
this.
boy. Yeah, you are a piece of shit.
I dove deep and I looked at vulture.com and I just recreated their list exactly. But no, what we're going to do here, we're going to recap.
We're talking about the legendary
our
season 50.
favorite things from season 50.
Oh, wait. Season 50?
That whole season.
The whole thing.
The one that ended with the Johansson lady.
Oh, okay. I'm in.
And started with the Gene Smart lady.
It started with the
so long.
somebody. I can't remember.
Of course, even though the 50th anniversary special was this year, we did not include the 50th anniversary special in,
I have to redo my list.
In our, our
We
considerations. Did you?
I mean, there might be
No,
something in there, but I don't know.
No, I didn't. It's a special thing. We don't
But why not, though? There's some good stuff there.
Yeah, there is, but it's
We
an
talked about
anniversary
this,
special.
Nate.
Yeah,
We talked-
talking about the regular.
I would say there's some good stuff in there that we think we should
God.
talk about.
Jeez Louise,
We
pepper
talked about
cheese.
this, man.
You just don't get it anymore.
Oh, you're such an old man.
Okay.
Get with the times, Pop.
You're such an old bitch.
Whoa, this is not go flick yourself.
I can say bitch. I think I say it on network television.
No, you can't, actually.
Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
No,
What?
they just took it away.
Who's they?
The censors.
Okay.
So, okay, it's season 50. We've been literally, like, when we started this podcast,
50 years ago.
I think season 47 was when we started this. We already had it in mind that season 50 was coming up, right? Like, we kind of had that conversation. Let's talk a little bit about, did you think season 50 met the moment?
I really do think that it did.
Yeah, I think that they did a good. Obviously, the 50th anniversary was the big thing to celebrate, but they had so many consistent, surprising guest stars, much more than they normally do in any given season. They were clearly having fun, bringing Mike Myers back for a run, bringing back Dana Carvey for a run.
I mean, David Spade
Yeah,
showed
David
up.
Spade.
I mean,
Yeah,
people showed up.
Yeah, plenty of people showed up in guest capacities, even more than you would expect, because it was the 50th season, so everyone was excited.
And, you've got sketches that randomly had people. Melissa McCarthy shows up, and people not in their episode, not hosting, just showing up.
Yeah.
We love seeing that. Man, seeing Dwayne Wade on stage just randomly, like just crazy shit like that, but all year long.
All right, I'm going to go through each episode. And no, real quick. And I just want you guys, I want you to think of a sound effect, right? Just give me a sound effect for each episode real quick. Gene Smart episode.
Because I was so excited.
Yeah.
And it was like, looking back, I'm like, Gene Smart, huh? Okay, that's...
She was sick, though.
Yep.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's I didn't know that.
She was fighting.
You should have told that on when we did the podcast.
Yeah, that would have been good to know.
I don't think I found it out until like a
Today?
couple weeks after, or something like that.
All right. Nate Bargatze.
Yeah.
I like this, by the way. Ariana Grande.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
All right.
Now, I want to be very clear. That sounded sexual. And
Yes, yeah.
I wasn't sure where this was going to go for.
Goosh. No, in no way, shape, or form. I mean, she's a theater kid, and it was so fun to
So
watch.
say that
episode.
sound effect again.
I don't want to. Actually, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Papa Nike. Like, what? No. No, it was awesome.
Make your ponytail tighter.
No, stop. She was great.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I love that. That was like in harmony. All right. John Mulaney.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's just
He was good.
He was good.
The sketches weren't that great.
Great around him, and I don't know. There's wasted opportunity in my thoughts.
Charlie XCS.
No.
I thought it was actually better than we thought.
Yeah.
I think if I remember right.
I might be misremembering.
Please don't destroy the SNL digital short.
So that was the mean cute.
Yeah.
So that was great.
The SNL digital short. The calling the cops.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Maybe I'm just thinking about. Maybe I'm thinking about Bo and Yang's sketch.
Probably.
The Charlie XCX chalk show or whatever that I hate.
Yeah, because Charlie XCX was pretty good.
Okay.
But some of the sketches weren't great. So
All right, maybe I'm just misremembering.
Paul Mescal.
Oof.
Ugh. That was a.
I didn't care for that one.
Yeah, but were you jealous?
A little bit.
Okay. All right. Chris Rock.
eh.
Ugh.
Martin Short.
Yeah.
Just like when
If anybody wants to know how
listen,
much we love
if-
Martin Short.
If you say, "Oh, Martin Short signed a contract, he'll be back every year until he dies," you're gonna hear the most satisfied noise come out of me. Like,
Are
oh,
you
thank
kidding me?
God, yes, yes. No,
Oh no,
more like, all right, like we're on solid footing.
that's not your most satisfied sound.
Martin Short though, and Steve Martin both, but are going to be one of those like actors that when they die, I will
going
be
to
sad.
weep.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I will be sad for a while. Like it'll just be life is different. Now.
It'll be Schwarzenegger for me first, and then Martin and Short. Anyway,
all right.
Imagine how I feel. I met him.
You met Martin Short?
no, I meant
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I don't know.
and he'll never let me live it down.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Oh, those are different
It's
sounds.
complicated.
Yeah, because like I'm frustrated by Dave Chappelle, but that episode was
The
good,
episode
and he was good in
and
it.
He was good in it, and I don't
I think.
like it.
I think.
and I
Didn't
don't,
we agree
and
that
I don't
it
like
was
him.
a better episode than we kind of almost
Yeah.
hoped it would be?
Yeah, I just wish he was a better person.
Timothy Chalamet,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Shane Gillis.
I don't know.
it was very good.
I thought Shane Gillis's first episode back was better, but this was.
I really, though, looking back through it again, I really like that episode.
Yeah, I think the sketches.
okay.
I think the
I
sketches.
probably need to rewatch
the
this
sketches
episode.
hit harder
the
than you
sketches
remember.
were stronger in the second episode.
Yeah, the couple of beers and the mom's
Dad's house.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah, a couple of beers. The midday news one.
Yep.
The sound for Please Destroy. Dear God. Yeah, there's some good
There's a
ones in
lot of good stuff in that episode.
there. Lady Gaga.
So I was probably expecting a little bit more, I
Yeah.
think, out of that episode. And again, it's just because I have her on a pedestal.
Yeah.
And so it's not that I wasn't let down. It wasn't sky high like I thought it was going to be.
Mikey Madison and Morgan Wallen.
Yeah.
Weird.
That was a
It
weird.
was a weird episode.
Jack Black.
Yeah.
It's again not at the, obviously the level of Martin Short, but like I like that idea. Like he hasn't done it for 20 years, and I feel comfortable.
No, one of the things I loved the most about Jack Black is he hit the moment right in the
Absolutely,
beginning.
yep.
He just freaking
That energy, he can bring energy like no
Yep,
other.
he
really can.
is. I think we said this in that episode. Jack Black is a consummate performer,
Yep.
right? He is a performer.
There are very few performers that can make you feel their energy through the screen, and he is one
Old
of them.
school. Yep. All right, Johnny Hamm,
Yes.
Yes.
Quinta Brunson,
Yes.
Love her. Loved it.
Walton Goggin.
Yeah.
Actually.
Really? Do you like
Yeah.
it?
No, I mean the episode was surprising, but he was all in. You could have told him anything, he would have done it.
ScarJo.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So really,
Good, solid ending.
the last 5 episodes,
Yeah, rock
from
star status.
from April to May, some good
They
episodes.
they
right?
really ended on high.
Good
This
stuff.
season crescendoed.
Would you think this is better than last season?
Yes,
Yeah, I think so.
Were you surprised at how many stand-up comedians were used?
I was
in this?
happy.
Definitely. Yeah, I was definitely surprised, but it was nice.
Would you like them to do more of that, right? Because I think stand-up is one of those things where, like, I've noticed this on Instagram, right? On Reels and stuff like that. I follow people like Mateo Lane, right? I don't know if you guys follow Mateo
I don't
Lane.
know who that is.
An incredible comedian, really good. Has actually a pretty big. I'll send you guys some of his stuff. A pretty big following on social media. These kind of things.
Am I that old?
You are.
You are.
Independent of this.
But yeah, I don't
nothing
know
to
what
do
this
with the
has to
show.
do with this, but yes.
Moving on.
But I would love to see some stand-up comedian. I'm not talking about him specifically necessarily, but like there are stand-up comedians that I would love for them to have an option here, even if they're not the biggest, even if they're not Nate Bargatze, like
Well,
to get a chance.
Remember, Gerard Carmichael hosted,
exactly,
Yeah.
which is an insane.
And he
to me,
did great.
Looking back, to be like he got to host SNL as quote unquote just a and not a middling stand-up. He's a great stand-up.
Yeah.
But only in that world do you know
He's a
that,
great stand-up, but
you know,
isn't universally.
there's
Yeah.
there was really no huge crossover appeal at that time.
Correct.
He did have a show, but again,
'Cause, like,
they're giving shots to people.
Pete Holmes didn't get to host, did he?
I don't
he's
believe
never
he's
hosted.
I would
Yeah.
love to see. Pete
I would love to see
host,
Pete Holmes
yeah.
host. I would love to see Patton Oswalt host.
Yeah.
There's plenty of comedians I love that I would love to see do it.
Yeah. So I hope this trend of
continues.
including, a decent amount of
I think
of
Carlos
stand-up-
Mencia.
So I think watching a good stand-up comedian host SNL is only second to my favorite type of host, which is a dramatic actor or actress that you didn't know was hilarious.
Brendan Gleeson, right?
Like you're like, what? Where did that come from? I love that. Finding out that Chris Hemsworth was hilarious wasn't on SNL, but just knowing that he's got that gear, it makes him so special because somebody that can dramatically act and also looks like that, but then can bring the funny.
Yeah.
It's
I remember
the anti-Travis
McCarthy
Kelce.
saying Chris Hemsworth was the funniest person on the Ghostbusters set. Now, you might not like the Ghostbusters film, but there were funny people in
and also
that movie.
he is funny in the movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, his bits are great.
But also, like, people, she was like, but he just kept on making everyone laugh. So he's that funny.
It is that thing of when you have it, as far as comedic sensibility, right? And he's got it. John Hamm has it, even though he's a handsome, dramatic actor. When you know how to use that comedy vehicle, it's the world is your oyster. And I love dramatic actors that can pull funny. Who was the guy? Oh my goodness, I'm gonna miss. You can cut this. I'm sorry. Who's the gentleman? I believe
Tom Cruise.
He's a black gentleman. He's
Denzel Washington.
British.
Idris Elba.
Nope.
What's he in?
He was in the Predator.
The Predator.
Yeah. Is he from a very sad show?
Mahershala Ali.
Nope. From a very sad show
Very sad
on
show.
TV.
Brian Prince.
No, from This Is Us.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. What is
Keegan Michael Key.
Sterling K. Brown.
Yes. So he hosted, and
Yeah.
he was so organically just approachable, and there was just something there where, man, I really wanted to, and I just was on his side the whole time.
Yeah.
Right? I love it when actors come across as not fake, not phony. They're truly honored to be there, and it's not made up.
Yeah.
He hit that core so well for me.
Yep, I agree.
I just respected the shit out of him. More of that, please.
Yeah, for sure.
So this episode, it's going to be a little different. Obviously, we don't have a review podcast or recapping anything. We just wanted to give some deeper thoughts about what we thought about season 50. Brad put together a couple different categories for us to talk about.
So before we get that, one thing I do want to go through, because I noticed that SNL did this on their YouTube channel, and I just want to see if you guys can maybe pick some of the ones that match this the categories I'm about to give you.
We didn't talk about this.
No, you don't have to. It's fine. You don't have to have like anything prepared for this.
Is this a game?
Kind of. What do you think the top 5 most watched Weekend Update features were?
Oh, I don't know.
Miss Eggy? Joke swap. Joke swap. Joke swap. I don't know.
I would guess because she's young and popular with the younger people, would Jane Wickline's stuff be pretty popular?
So Jane Wickline on Sabrina Carpenter's Netflix special was one of them. That was from the Chris Rock episode.
Right? I mean, one of the reasons they brought her in was because she had a pretty big social media following.
Was Miss Eggy on there?
Miss Eggy didn't make it.
Really?
Yeah.
Joke
What
swap,
about... so we're not doing anything from the season 50?
No, this is from season 50.
No, from the special.
No, or sorry, from the
Oh, no, not that special. No.
I don't know.
Nosferatu?
Not Nosferatu. A mom whose son just got famous. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah, with
Marcelo Hernandez.
Marcelo Hernandez.
That was in the Paul Mescal episode. Noel Gallagher and Liam Gallagher on Oasis reunion tour.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Why? The kids are clamoring for that one.
Baby Hippo Moodang.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Fame.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's boning. Yeah.
And
that one was like...
And then the drone?
Nope.
Oh.
The couple you can't believe are together.
Oh, so yeah, that's young people.
Yeah. The top 5 most watched pre-tape sketches.
Does this include Please Don't Destroy?
Yeah. Yes.
No.
No, it does not.
My best friend's house.
Or at least if it does, they didn't make the cut.
My best friend's house has got to be on there.
My best friend's house is on there.
Pool with at the hotel, the Waffle House thing, but at the pool instead.
No, not that one.
This is not a very fun game.
You're just bad at this.
Sushi Glory Hole in there?
Sushi Glory Hole was not in there. Forever 31.
Beppo.
Not Beppo.
Forever 31.
Forever 31 made it.
What's wrong with people?
What?
White
Beppo
women.
is way better than that, by the way.
I agree. Couple of beers.
Couple of years is good.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
An Act of Kindness, which was the one with Martin Short's not in it, but it was in his episode. It's the one where Heidi Gardner takes the Keena Thompson out,
Yes.
and like she's gone all day from the
Yeah,
holidays.
that's a pretty funny one.
Pip. Is Pip in it?
Pip is not the last one for some reason. I don't know. I think it's just because this is the culture that we live in. Was the TikTok sketch from the Michael Keaton episode?
Wow!
I know. It's really upsetting.
But it goes to say,
hey, audience, disheartened.
But also, it goes to say that just because
we don't love
three
it,
of us jokers don't like it, doesn't mean that
it doesn't hit.
Now, here's one, the final one. Top 5 most watched live sketches. And what I'll tell you here to keep it in mind is keep in mind the more...
Domingo.
Yeah, so keep in mind the fan bases who are going to be like, where they're going to watch anything involving anyone that I love.
Yeah.
Okay, Bridesmaid Speech with Ariana Grande.
Domingo, Bridesmaid Speech was the top one.
Yeah. I'm trying very hard to not think like myself right now, because like I know what I rewatched over and over again, but like what do people watch over?
Wasn't there like an election one with John Mulaney?
That's not it.
Okay.
What about John Mulaney's musical bit?
No, it's no one that you would.
Well, then why are we doing this?
The second Domingo sketch was number 2. Baby Moon, Castrati with Ariana Grande was the third one.
Okay.
The Maybelline one with Ariana Grande.
Okay.
So it's just Ariana Grande.
She was very
I
popular.
get it. She's very popular.
To be fair, the Domingo Baby Moon was from the Charlie XCX.
Okay,
episode,
fine.
So.
I know, but
And then Midday News 2 from the Shane Gillis episode.
that was a good one.
They're good, but like again, I could have never. I would
No,
never
exactly.
guessed these.
Yeah,
that's
I was
crazy.
when I saw these, I was like, really? That's a lot of stuff that I don't want to watch over.
How
and over
much do the writers and the cast pay attention to stuff like that? You think?
I really don't know, because I mean, it came straight from SNL's YouTube
We're gonna
channel.
need more of this,
Right.
'Cause Lauren, I don't know this TikTok thing.
So that was they did 3 like montage videos counting down what the top sketches in each of those categories were.
All
So
right, fair enough.
there you go.
Well, Brad
Thanks
wanted.
so much for listening.
Brad really wanted us to go negative and say what were the 3 worst cast members, the 3 worst sketches, the worst 3.
Who do we think should be voted off the island?
But we said, Brad, we're a positive podcast. We're not negative. We're not doing that.
there's
So we're
too much
just gonna-
negativity in this world.
So we're
We've been saying
stay
that
positive.
for so long for you, and you just keep on bringing the negativity.
So you can do it if you want to keep your original list going, but Nate and I are going to do the positives.
Which SNL cast member did you hate the most?
Victoria Jackson.
No, this season.
Rob Schneider,
Victoria Jackson.
Jim Brewer.
Yeah. No, I don't want to do any of that. So
All right, but we did say that we're going to do the top 3 sketches that we liked, the top 3 weekend update performers, and top 3 episodes / hosts, right?
yep, and the top 3 cast members.
Yes.
So let's start with the cast members. Who did you think the best 3 cast members were this season? Let's hear your number 3, starting with Ben.
Andrew Dismukes.
Okay.
I thought that he had a very solid year. I think that he's definitely now. It's no longer that Andrew Dismukes is coming into his own. He is now a mainstay of like this is his brand of comedy. A lot of people are used to it and looking forward to it.
Andrew Dismukes has come. You heard it here first.
He's here.
Yeah.
I actually picked Bowen Yang
Oh.
as my number 3.
Okay.
I think Bowen had another great season. I think he is a top 3 cast member in the cast that he's in. And I want to say, the first season that Bowen was on, I was not a huge fan of Bowen Yang. I didn't feel like he figured out who he is yet in the cast.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point now, he's become for me
undeniable.
Yeah.
he's undeniable. Also, but becoming an all-timer.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And so
I'm gonna say that Bowen Yang is as ubiquitous with the show these days as like Kate McKinnon was. Like that.
That's
I
what I'm
look
saying.
at the same type of start level.
And I don't know if you guys had this problem where you're picking the top SNL cast members. It's hard to not pick Bowen Yang, Kenan Thompson, and like these people that are that are so good at what they do, because Mikey Day, like these cast members are so good, and we overlooked them because
they
they
try to paint it of the lens of like this year who did.
Sure.
Either maintain their level or get better, and just Mukes for me got better.
But you don't think Bowen did a good job?
He was number 4 for me.
My number 3 actually was Mikey Day, because I feel like this season a lot of the sketches that I loved, I was hearing his name a lot as far as being the one who wrote them, usually with Streeter Seidel. And he's also just a good cast member. And
really is.
He doesn't get enough credit because he's not usually the one doing the characters. He's doing the straight man, and sometimes that can be harder. And so, like, that combined with just what he's done as a writer this year, like, I couldn't help but give my number 3 slot to him.
Yeah, no, he's in my list of top 3 writers.
The prolific nature of he's a voracious producer, right?
Yeah.
You just ask anybody on the staff, and they're gonna be like, "Well, Mikey came up with 19 ideas this week."
Yeah.
Like he's a machine.
All right, who's your number 2, Nate? Let's start with you this time.
Number 2 for me is Marcelo Hernandez.
Ben, how about you?
Sarah Sherman.
Oh, well, Nate, I said Marcelo Hernandez. So
Buddy, you know what? The thing is you and I, we operate on a level.
we just get comedy.
We get it.
We know it.
We get it.
So you hate women.
No, not at all.
Okay, so you like Sarah Sherman, just not as much as Marcelo Hernandez.
Sarah Sherman was my number 4.
Marcelo Hernandez,
you dirty dog.
He's coming to his own so well. Like, he's become like a star, basically.
He really has.
To the point
and
where,
in
like,
a short time, honestly.
Yeah.
Almost like an Adam Sandler time-like where
so
he
it's
becomes...
funny that you say that because, like, I like him so much that, like, I got excited when I saw him in what is likely just a brief appearance in Happy Gilmore 2 in the trailer. Like,
Yep.
just seeing him in it, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
He is so naturally funny.
Yeah.
Right? And... I maybe because, like the Adam Sandler, he's also likable, which is a big deal, right?
It is.
He's the all-American kind of kid. So
Well, he's actually Hispanic, but
no, you can still be Hispanic and be American.
we're
not all
We're
American,
an
though.
immigrant country, Brad.
But he's not all American.
No, you can still
you
be.
can
Part of him is not American, like, by definition.
Well, no, he's an American citizen.
Sure.
What do you understand?
So by
about
definition,
this?
he's
What do you understand?
Not
about
all
this?
American.
okay. So Sarah Sherman, I picked because it is so hard to maintain
Yeah,
that
Sarah Sherman
level
had grace.
of creativity and still bring it week out week. So again, like Bowen, is there to stay as
Yep.
far as like you're never gonna, you're not on your way up anymore. You have made it. Your level of comedy is a brand that we're all subscribing to. But I feel like, kind of like the Mikey Day thing, it is so hard to maintain that and to still be relevant and funny. And she just keeps finding new ways to reinvent.
It's a legit
everything.
pick for sure.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me that like she can still go on Weekend Update and she can still get at Jost and it's still funny. Like there are certain things that are they have incredible diminishing returns. Sarah Sherman is not one of those people.
The one reason I didn't pick Sarah though was I felt she actually had a little bit of a quieter year than she did last year.
That's fair.
I didn't feel like she was in as many things this year.
I just I was trying to think of
but
overall.
what she did was fantastic.
When I saw her, I laughed hard, right?
Absolutely.
And that's really what I want.
Yep.
Yeah.
This list to
Absolutely,
be.
I agree.
And so for that reason, my number 1 is Marcelo Hernandez. You fucking idiots.
Oh, that's fun because my number 1 is Sarah Sherman.
Oh, fuck you, you son of a
yeah.
bitch.
So fuck you.
You guys,
What was your number 1? Is it Bowen Yang?
nope. I picked Bo Yang for number 3.
Is it?
Zucchini?
Oh yeah, sorry.
You guys are gonna be so
It's
upset. At
Andrew
this.
Dismukes.
Nope. James Austin Johnson.
I'm not upset by that.
I'm
I
a
think-
little upset by that.
I think we undersell James Austin Johnson's performances because a lot of people don't like Trump, and they throw his character
just
in there.
by definition, he does it so well. You're like, fuck that guy.
No, I think there is a little bit of that. People don't realize how much he actually brings to this show.
Oh, for sure.
And how much his Trump actually brings to the show, and that he brings it every freaking weekend. There is not a time where James Austin Johnson took off like that. He just mailed it in.
Yeah.
He brings his Trump. It's funny every time, even though I don't think the premise is always great. I don't like the cold open.
Even if the sketch is not good, he's good in it.
And I just feel like we don't necessarily always give him the credit he deserves because that's an overlooked thing that he does.
Yeah.
He is consistent. That doesn't count all the other things he does in the show, right?
Yeah.
Also-
and I just feel like the dude just is he's an undervalued member of this show.
This is also an impression that, unlike previous iterations of, okay, that's my George W. Bush, that's my Bob Dole, that's my.
Yep.
This is a living impression. and he picks up the new mannerisms weekly, and he changes it according to who Donald Trump is this week. That is so different than previous iterations. Like, I've got my voice, it's locked in, I'm Dana Carvey, and I do a great this and that. This is such an altered performance every week in and week out. It takes effort to maintain that.
And so, as you guys know, I don't love the cold opens for SNL most weeks. It was a hard pick for me to pick this, but I thought the dude just brings it, and I wanted to give him the credit.
No,
for that.
that's a great pick.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think if I were to put him on the list, I would put him at like number 1 necessarily. He probably would have been like my number 4. But for me, yeah, Sarah Sherman, I think that she just has such a unique voice at SNL, even in an age when like alt comedy has come to feel like a regular thing on SNL. Like, she's still doing stuff that is even weirder than you might expect, and I really appreciate the hell out of that. She's always taking big swings.
I feel like, though, that she just wasn't in the show as much as she was last year, you know?
I don't think
Nate.
that. Do you think that? Like, I don't think she was in. I don't think there was as many sketches where she was featured
Defend that, Brad, like I did.
this season as she was last season.
I think that when it comes to live sketches, she probably maybe had some
Yeah.
more memorable ones last year. But to me, I'm thinking of all the variations she did at the Weekend Update desk this year.
Absolutely.
Just
Yep.
the fact that she has still maintained this identity, and she kind of has her own like following within SNL
Absolutely.
itself. And like,
I think it's a great pick, by the way.
Much-
I'm not,
much-
We're talking shit here, but and to your point, Brad, Sarah Sherman changed what the 10-1 means.
yeah,
That's in the zeitgeist of SNL year to year.
yeah.
There haven't been too many paradigm shifts,
Right.
if I'm using that word correctly.
Yeah.
She really did shift the entire focus of the show to, it can be weird anytime. And that started with Sarah Sherman.
Yeah, 100%. And much like Marcelo Hernandez, I think that like having your own identity and brand on a show that is all about the ensemble, and like that's a hard thing to
Pronounced
do.
ensemble.
That's a hard thing to do, and I think that she's just done a really good
Yeah.
job of carving out a niche for herself
And
and,
it's
standing
niche.
out. Oh my god.
But also, you're not wrong. In order to maintain that voice but still be part of an ensemble cast like that is hard, right? And she does it without taking anything away from any other performer. It's almost like when she gets to play in this weird way, kind of everybody just comes around and says, "Oh, I want to play too."
Yeah.
You know, it's a very unique talent to do.
and it is hard to have a unique voice on SNL, right?
Oh,
to carve that
100%,
thing,
yeah.
and she certainly has.
Because so many people just go by the wayside because you're like, "Oh, what happened to that person? They were on SNL." Well, they didn't have it,
Yeah.
right? Sarah Sherman has it in spades. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right.
Great job, guys. Very, very different.
Different,
So-
but I also understand all of your lists. Like, I get it.
So those were the best. Who do you think was the most improved
Oh, it
cast
was literally the
member?
worst. Like, we didn't do this, Brad.
The most improved cast member.
Brad, you go first.
I went with Ashley Padilla.
Most improved because you thought she didn't do well this season.
No, it's
before?
because she had a slow start, and I think this season she really blossomed, and this was the season that I think that we really realized, like you've said many times before, she's got Anna Gasteyer energy about her, and
Is her second year?
it's the first.
This is
Yeah,
her
it's her
first
first
year. Okay, so how she's most improved?
what do you mean? Because when she
Like,
started
the most improved NBA player can't be the one that just is a rookie.
the first,
You have to have an established presence in the league to be the most improved. Like in any sports league, the most improved player has to have a second. This is a second season.
first of all, this isn't sports. Second of all, the first half of the season, she wasn't doing a lot. And I think that she really came into her own in the second half of the season. That's when she started to stand out more as far as doing characters that were her own.
I'm sorry that Brad feels like this.
Doing characters that were her own, both at the Weekend Update desk and in live
I
sketches.
think you had a great first season, Ashley.
She was a great...
Rookie of the year? Yeah, sure.
so she improved. From starting, not having a strong start,
All right.
and getting better by the end of the season.
Okay.
What's yours?
I thought most improved was like based on where they were last year to where they are
Exactly,
this year.
that's what it is.
I didn't think so.
Oh, well, we got to train you up a little bit on what words mean, but other than that, great job.
Actually, who I would
You want to
pick,
train me up on words means trepidatious?
all right, I'm gonna pick.
Yeah, I do.
This might be controversial.
Okay.
Ego Wodum. I think Ego actually stood out this year. I think she made. I don't know if before this year she certainly had a couple sketches, but this year she became for me somebody that I was looking to in sketches. She had some standout moments that were just fantastic. And so I think she improved this year, even though it seems silly, right? She's been in the league for 7 or 8 years, but I feel like she really improved this year in a way.
A bit of a reinvention.
I honestly think that. And so, like, I'm excited to see where she goes next year because, you know, to recreate yourself in a way, I don't know if it's recreate, but like to add a dimension and a layer to yourself as she did this season with some of her characters, Miss Aggie, for example, is pretty amazing. And I just love that she brought that, and I was just really impressed with her performances this year.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Ashley Padilla too.
Ben, who would you pick?
He didn't write anybody down, so he's trying to think of it right now.
No, I mean,
He forgot about it.
I didn't think you were going to ask this question.
It was on the list that we shared.
Yeah, we talked about it.
I didn't think we did.
Yeah, we listed it as one of the main things we were going to talk about. So.
One you could pick is maybe Marcella Hernandez.
Hey, but you know what you could do is even though you didn't do yours, you could criticize our choices, even though you didn't do the assignment.
No.
I mean, Devin Walker was better this year, I think. Yes.
Punky Johnson, I think, stood out to me as somebody who really improved by not being on the show. Just kidding.
I do think Marcelo Hernandez would also be a good pick. I think he got even better this year, but he was almost.
If I'm stealing from you a little, Nate, I think that James Austin Johnson. I think I'll take what I said about his impressions of Trump and having it being a live impression and growing. I think that it's really hard to take an impression and improve upon it, but he does it so well that I think this year as he impersonating Donald Trump is even tremendously better than it was last year. And last year was awesome. So I think I'll give it to James Austin Johnson.
All right.
It's a hell of a last minute tap dance, but sure.
Did it work?
Not really.
You disagree?
No, I just don't believe you.
All right, top 3 sketches from season
What?
50.
I didn't. Guys, I must have missed the memo. I didn't do any of this.
Are you serious?
I'm joking.
Jesus, what a piece of shit.
Ooh, vulture.com.
All right, let's go with.
Should we do sketch? I think we should save sketches. Let's do weekend update features next.
Ooh, changing it up.
I'm not doing that, but go ahead.
Oh, he's just gonna do the other one.
That's the one he didn't do.
Yeah. Okay. Top 3 weekend update features. My number 3.
Yep.
Is Sarah Sherman on the Victoria's Secret fashion show.
My number 3 is Sarah Sherman as Nosferatu.
My number 3 is Marcelo Hernandez, movie guy.
Really?
Gosh, that was funny.
It's pretty good, but
I like his movie guy.
It didn't stand up to the other ones that I was thinking of when I went back and
actually. It was hard for me because I thought we were going to allow season 50 episode, and the weekend update for season 50 had some.
Well, of course,
freaking great ones. But it's fine.
Yeah, that would have been cheating. But no, I went back and I watched all the Sarah Sherman ones because I knew one of Sarah Sherman's would make it, and the Victoria's Secret one just really stood out to me because like she's so like the way she talks about like stuff is like just so gross and funny, but like it's so her too. Like it's just absolutely just her identity and just the way she does stuff.
The other one I could have picked too because I have a list. Is now I'm thinking about it, and I think maybe I would pick this now if I redid this list. Is one of the other ones I want to give is Emil Watkins' "How Hard It Is Being from This Country" segment.
Yeah,
that was really good.
I almost did too.
Yeah, that was really, really good.
But the at the end of the day, I thought these other 3 were just much funnier. So
all right, number 2.
My number 2 is Miss Eggy on the White House Correspondents.
Me too.
You guys missed the mark here. Number 2 is by far and away Mikey Day's Spider.
Okay, Mikey Day's Spider
is the funniest thing I've seen in forever. Other than
honestly, that's a good one. That's a good one.
No, that's
absolutely fantastic.
That's a great pick, and that's why it's my number 1 pick.
Me too.
And my number 1 pick is Miss Eggy.
Oh,
we did it. Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
No, his the Spider one for number 1.
No, Miss Eggy was my number 2.
Yeah.
We had the same top 2.
Yeah, we're all of us had the same top 2.
Correct. In different
Except
order.
you were wrong with your order.
The Spider thing was so funny, so out there, so unexpected.
Yeah. And it's such a unique short thing too, like such a simple premise that was
so
executed flawlessly.
It was just perfect. It was so unexpected.
I cannot remember the last time I laughed that hard, but for me, the thing that set Miss Eggy over the top was it spoke to the moment in the show where it was more meta, right? Because of everything that happened. I think it was more important, and therefore I put it at number one.
So I didn't put it at number one kind of for that reason, because it wasn't
It wasn't the funny part. It was like
yeah,
what it did for the
it was
show.
an accident, you know, and so like it was hilarious that it happened, and but
See, but I still
that bit
think
by
that-
itself was still very funny
good.
even without it.
I still think though, like everything counts. Like I don't think you dismiss that because it wasn't scripted. Funny's funny. If the dog interrupts the sketch and it's funnier because of it, I don't discount it because it shouldn't have happened. I think it just happened, so that's why it's still funny.
But I think you can also recognize that when a sketch is very funny because everyone is breaking and not because the sketch is all that funny.
I still look at it at how hard did I laugh?
Sure, but like it depends on whether it's accidental or it's because the sketch is actually funny.
I mean, you're just being a little pompous about that. That's okay.
No, I just like to know where comedy comes from.
Okay. It comes from your soul and your laughter.
Comedy comes from laughter.
Your soul and your laughter make the comedy.
Why don't you put that on like a fucking wood thing and
I did.
hang it up in your kitchen?
You know that it's up there right
Live,
now.
love, laugh.
You know it's up there right now, you motherfucker.
Is it Tuesday?
Mikey Day
Must have
Spider,
wine.
So gather.
And I don't know where that came from. I don't know the evolution of that.
I wonder if like
But I'm so
one of the writers
grateful
had like a
that
spider
somebody
on
had
him
this
and
idea.
freaked out a little
Because
bit.
that is
He just
exactly
turned-
how I would respond.
Oh,
if I had a
100%.
spider on me.
I cannot stand it. Yeah, it's so funny. That was really good. Thanks, Mikey Day.
No, thank you.
All right, what are we doing? Top series sketches?
Top 3 sketches. Do you guys have any honorable mentions that you want to shout out before you get your top 3?
I do.
Okay.
I've got 2.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Andrew Dismuke singing Soul Sister.
Okay.
No, that was a good one.
I just laughed so hard. I watched it again. And just
That is a
watching,
great one.
watching
Honestly,
Kenan
almost
Thompson,
someone picked in my top 3.
watching Kenan Thompson and Devin Walker just shake their head like, nope. And then just realizing the lyrics. Like, what?
just so-
what? And his commitment.
That
right?
that song existed and nobody was like,
Nobody called that out.
"Ah."
And the fact that they did then call it out whatever years later. Anyway, that was the one for me. And then the Halloween cookies, the boob cookie.
Oh, those are pretty good.
It's
That's like
really,
good.
really
I
funny.
didn't remember either.
Yeah,
one
no,
of
that's a solid one. Some of my honorable mentions were Dad's House, the Shane Gillis sketch, because I love that one.
Yep.
The 2 SNL Digital Shorts, just because it was so great having them back, and they were good. They were bangers. Evacuation Alert in the Dave Chappelle episode. I really dug that one.
Which one was that?
That's the one where the fires are happening in LA, and so they're evacuating, and Dave Chappelle freaks out, and so he's like starts opening up like his secret safes and stuff like that. And his family's like, "What the fuck?"
That's right. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, you're right.
And
I just
then
had blacked that out from my memory.
and then Beppo
Beppo, yep.
and First Play with Jack Black. Really like that one.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about you, buddy?
First Play was in my top 3 because I love
Spoiler.
Yeah, just
But-
honorable mentions.
Honorable
right now.
mentions.
that one. All right. I thought
Is this your first show? Is this the first time you're doing this?
I didn't know that we were doing this show.
We just talked about
Like I didn't know the mics were on. I didn't
when
know.
Brad says that he's like, it's my honorable mention. You go, that's actually in my top 3. What are you doing?
I thought we were like doing a thing. Like
Best. Sorry, we're back.
I really liked. I thought Bowen's Still Straight 2 was really good.
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny. I thought Domingo was very funny. First time I heard it, not the 300th time I heard it.
Wow. Harsh.
Diminishing Domingo.
Can I say this though? Because I do
Domingishing.
I want to honor something that happened at the 50 year sketch
Okay,
or
yeah.
50 year. I loved Adam Sandler's song in the 50 years.
Well, of course.
And so, if we're talking about sketches as a whole, I thought that was a beautiful sketch or beautiful segment. Is it a sketch or a segment, do you think?
Yeah, because it's not really a sketch, but it would be something that would be like at the Weekend Update desk, kind of.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a lot of good one. I liked there's a lot of Please Don't Destroy. I liked was it Luxury Flight to Newark?
Mm-hmm.
That was fantastic.
The one Please Don't Destroy that almost made the list, but I couldn't do it past the 3 that made it were the Missing Person one with John Hamm.
Yep.
That one cracked my shit.
Mother's Day brunch with Walton Goggins. That was dumb. But yeah, there's some really, really good ones. I thought as a whole, again, as we're going through all this season, there's some just great sketches in this
Yeah,
season.
100%. So what is your 3, Ben?
My number 3 was Charades with Mom.
That's a
Charades.
very
I think
good.
it's actually Charades.
Very,
Got
it's
him.
a very good sketch.
One of the ones I rewatched a few from the season. I couldn't watch them all, but I did remember that Ariana Grande's episode had quite a few, so I went back and just looked. And I was like, oh yeah, the Charades with Mom was pretty good. The fake doll thing when they whip it around, like it just, and the fact that Bowen is playing gay and like I'm about to fight your mom, like it just, the juxtaposition there was great. It wasn't just about like mom gets overly competitive. It's like it got mean and it got real, and I laughed very hard.
No, it's a good sketch. I totally agree with that. Nate, how about you? What's your number 3?
Beppo.
It's a good pick.
I love Beppo. John Mulaney is an astronaut.
He's not.
Oh, he's a puppet.
Well, John
Mulaney's not the puppet.
Not the puppet or the astronaut. He's mission control. But
Sorry, he's mission
listen, it's okay.
Beppo's the puppet.
Did you see Beppo? Did you see the thing you're talking about?
Did you see this sketch?
I can't believe I'm giving you so much shit. I'm sorry, man. I love you.
It is.
It's
made
a
me
dumb
laugh
mistake,
so much.
though.
It is. It's also a dumb sketch that turns out to be really, really funny.
Like,
so,
I was so shocked when
it's
I
a
watched
Dan
this.
Bulla sketch, right?
I just couldn't believe how hard they went on this, right?
yeah.
It's so Project X. You know,
is
did you
one of
guys
those
ever
two-
see that?
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if you, viewers, if you or listeners, if you haven't seen Project X, don't. It's so emotionally manipulative and hard to watch. Matthew Broderick and Chimps in Space.
Oh, I was talking about the Miles Teller found footage party movie.
It's also one of those where like I've never watched a sketch where I got emotional. Going,
yeah,
No, for sure.
it got me. You know, it was weird, but yeah,
But
so good.
I thought it was really funny.
I respect that choice very much.
Beppo.
Brad, what about you?
Home. I laugh so hard every time too when it's the ship is like freaking out and it's going help, 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 help.
So you guys didn't like it though enough.
No, I hated it.
No, it just barely made it. And honestly, I will tell you that part of the reason I didn't include it is because I felt bad because a few of my like favorite sketches were pre-taped, and I wanted to make sure that there were some live sketches on my.
See,
There's no
So-
there's no rule for that though. Like we're not having a
no,
rule
I know.
for that,
I set
you
a
son of
rule. I set a
gun.
rule for myself.
So I did as well. I tried very hard not to make all of them pre-tapes. I only chose one pre-tape and 2 live
Same.
sketches. Okay.
So
Did you-
sorry.
I didn't.
Did you choose all 3 pre-tapes?
Maybe.
All right, Brad, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Water Park with Nate Bargatze.
So that was another one that I should have had on my honorable mention because it's fucking hilarious,
Yeah.
obviously.
I love how dry it is.
It's so great.
Michael Longfellow is so funny in it. Just the way it progresses is hilarious. It's one of my favorite sketches of the year.
Mine is My Best Friend's House.
Great sketch.
I just, the song is good, too.
Sure.
So that also adds to it. And you know me, I'm not really a huge musical guy, but like when the song makes sense and it's fun, but it also Ariana Grande, obviously she's very talented. She can sing. All of the stuff though, the reveal is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The VHS tapes, how did I miss all this as a kid?
Yeah, of
you know,
course.
just such. And then of course, on top of all that, you know me, any anthropomorphized furniture or dolls or whatever, that's always gonna be funny in a sketch to me. So like the fact that the house is singing itself, all of it works so well. They did such a great job. It was either this or the the John Hamm.
Please don't destroy.
Yeah, those were the 2 pre-tapes that I was really struggling. Which one do I include?
Nate, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is this is going to be controversial. I think. I don't think you guys are going to agree on any of this, but I was just so happy to see them back that I had to put them in here. Sushi Glory Hole. I
don't hate it.
I really thought this was hilarious. I love absurd like comedy, and this was incredibly absurd. It was a banger of a song. Just loved it. It was a pre-tape though.
But it's worth it because the quality of fish. I love that song.
Andy
so much.
Samberg is a favorite of mine, so loved it.
I don't disagree with that whatsoever. It is, and just by the way, just to say, how crazy talented are those guys that they can come back and do something like that, and they haven't done it for a while, right? Come back and do it, and it's your number 2 of the whole year.
Yeah.
Like that says something about how truly special those guys really are.
Hear us out.
Hear us out. Hear us out. Hear us out. Hear us out.
Yeah, it's a good pick. Can't argue with it.
Number 2 for you.
I already said my number 2 is Water Park. But thanks for listening.
Yep.
And I said my best friend's house.
Yep. Number 1.
My number 1.
Mine will be controversial.
My number 1 is my best friend's house. I've rewatched this sketch so many times. I've shown it to so many people.
You say same?
Same. Yep. I thought this
I
was
love this
so
sketch
funny.
so much. It's brilliant. There's layers to it. When you watch the first time and it's funny, the twist is it's like, oh my God. You watch it the second time, there are hints as to like where it's going and you pick up new details. It's just such a finely tuned, tight story done in such a clever, unique, impressive way.
It's great.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yep. Agreed.
And this is the one you're gonna hate me for, but
I hate you before this. So just to be clear.
I did pick Dad's house.
I don't hate you for that. I think that's
it's
fantastic
a great sketch.
It's a great sketch, but
I'm not against
I
you.
can see where you guys would be like, that can't be your number one though.
No, I think it can
But
be.
I think that like the thing that sets it apart for me is like that sketch would have been perfectly good, even great, if there were no Muppets in it. But the fact that they chose just to make one of them felt, and it's the hookup, and it's like, after what we did to me last night, like,
what are you doing here?
You're not staying. He's perfect in it because he really does deliver those lines like
he feels like a shitty dad.
he's a real shitty dad. It's so believable, and maybe it's because Shankus might not be the best person, but he comes across so authentic, and it's so believable. I mean, I was right there. Like they built that universe, and I'm all in, and I'm laughing my butt off. I remember just watching it for the first time, laughing, and then going back and rewatching it, and that line about like after what I did you last night? What are you doing?
Yeah, I want my kids to see what you did to me last night.
Amazing. Like I laughed so hard. Yeah, so that's why it's my number one.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm not mad at you.
Okay, thanks guys. I appreciate your support.
I'm mad at you for other things, but not that one.
Okay, good. I appreciate that.
You said some other stupid stuff earlier, but this was not the dumbest thing you said today.
Well, I'm sorry that you don't like that James Austin Johnson had a better year
Then who?
than James Austin Johnson the year before.
I don't know. All right. Top 3 episodes / hosts. Who do you think had the best episode? Hey.
I think my number 3 was Martin Short.
Oh, really?
My number 3. I love him so much. I want him to act every year. I love him. What's wrong with that? Fuck you guys.
No, it's a good episode. He was
a great episode.
Great episode. He was great in it. It's a Christmas episode. It's a lot of fun.
It was.
Had the 5-timer sketch with everybody in it. I mean, no, I think it's
Shit on me for that pick. It's a good pick. I thought for a second, I'm like,
It's the hard thing about putting yourself
I'm
on the
not joking.
first.
In my head, I'm like, did I fuck up? Like, I remember that was pretty good, right? Like, because again, I made the joke.
That's the hard thing about being so vulnerable. Where you
I
go
made
first.
the joke about being like going on Vultures. I didn't do any research here
Yeah.
at all to see like what.
No, we
what
know.
What what other people thought. Is it just me?
I think my one hesitation with Martin Short is
Oh fuck you!
no, and it's because I did.
What is
Here it was. Oh no, we're giving you shit, and actually no. Here's why you are a piece of shit.
No, it's because I did consider it, but the one reason that I couldn't put it in the top 3 is
None of the sketches made your top.
no, he wasn't in it as much as I wanted to be
no, that's
because
fair.
he wasn't in the second Sabado Gigante they did because they had Paul Rudd do it instead. He wasn't in the Christmas pre-tape, which was the one
Correct.
with Heidi Gardner and Keenan Thompson.
Correct.
Okay,
Go,
so I
preach,
feel
preach,
like then
preach.
I feel like maybe, and this is just maybe, the fact that the whole season went by and my nostalgia got the best of me here.
Sure.
Because just
No,
thinking about
that's
how
what we're
much
all
it means
thinking.
to me when he's on the show and how
No, of course.
it brings me joy,
Yeah.
that really does supersede a lot of things for me. Like how I feel when I watch an episode, to me, it will impact how I feel about it for the
Yeah.
rest of my life. Right?
And this is why the box office is in shambles.
Well, I really like that new Jim Carrey movie. He's not really in it, but I just remember how much I like Jim Carrey, and so that movie's great.
Yeah. Cool.
What was your third?
Number 3
Yeah,
for
you know,
me.
what, I'm not doing my next.
Number
two.
3 was Ariana Grande for me.
That was my number 3, Nate.
Brady Bear, we get each other.
We get
like
it.
on a soul level.
That was my number 2.
No, Ariana Grande's episode is fantastic, almost top to bottom. There's a couple
Yep.
sketches where I'm like, I don't know. She's so good in it. She's a phenomenal host,
That's why it's my number 2.
and the sketches are great.
You
Almost
shit on
across
me
the
for
board.
being number 2.
No, it's a great pick for number 2. It's definitely better than Martin Short.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Jack Black.
Really?
Yeah.
That is interesting.
I dug his episode a lot. I went back and like looked at the sketches. First of all, just him with his energy and everything. It feels like he elevates everything because
Fair.
Even the sketches that like I didn't think were great, I thought he made them better just because of the energy and enthusiasm he brought to them.
I still think, and this is maybe just me, but I still think like that Scarlett Johansson, Quinta Brunson, and John Hamm had slightly better episodes than Jack Black's episodes.
And I can't argue with that. Like it was they were all in consideration.
Are you saying this? And I'm not doing a bit here. Are you saying this because truly his performance, his energy did set it apart?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Because there's just something about what he brought to the table as Jack Black.
That's fair.
Especially since it's been 20 years since he did it.
And
you know?
again, that is
that's also why Ham was almost in the consideration
like,
too.
That's nuts to me that you just dust it off.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I'm like I never left.
Yeah, like that monologue alone is just like.
And I give Jack Black so much more credit even than John Hamm because John Hamm has popped up 15 times since
Right,
then.
exactly.
Jack Black's never even been near the show in 20 years, whatever. So kudos, yeah, absolutely.
How about you, Nate?
I actually went with Nate Bargatze's second episode. I really, really liked this episode, and I'm such a big fan of Nate Bargatze that I just felt like he brought it again. They did the George Washington thing again. I thought it worked really well again. Wasn't as good as the first, but it's hard
Still
sometimes to do it a second time and get like as many laughs.
Lightning in a bottle, right?
Exactly,
But again,
and it was
it's
still
so funny.
So funny.
But do you think? I mean, when he hosts again, because he will, they have to do a third one, right?
You would think so.
You would think that they would.
Yeah.
They did Water Slide that episode.
Yeah.
Sabado
Gigante.
Gigante. I just thought it was really good. That episode was really good. Really solid.
And that's why it was Brad's number one.
That's actually 100% correct.
Me too. It was my
Nate Bargatze is my number one.
My number one as
I
well.
love that episode.
Front
I
to back.
went back and looked at it, and there's so much great stuff in there. And Nate Bargatze, so many of them, they only work as well, I think, because of his dry personality. And it's surprising too, because you would think someone like that, because his range is limited, but they just know how to use him, and he works so well in every sketch.
Also, he doesn't nail every line perfectly, right? It doesn't. But by nature of who he is as a person and the character he's playing, you almost feel like the character wouldn't nail the line.
Yeah.
Like when he's in the water park episode, because that's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's like he didn't deliver that perfectly, but I think the guy in real life would stutter as well.
Yeah.
Like, so that's why he gets a pass.
Yeah.
And the water slide sketch is a perfect example of why it works with him. And you put Jack Black in that sketch, it just doesn't hit the same way. It's still probably pretty funny, but like watching Jack Black go, interesting, compared to what Bargatze does, it does change the game. Jane Wickline is wonderful in that sketch as well, but you're exactly right. It's the pausing.
Yeah.
And as a talented comedian, he can pause and let it sit and be fine.
Similarly, one that I always think about that is hilarious to me, and this just goes to show you of how someone with like the unique range and personality and delivery of Nate Bargatze can make a sketch work better than someone else, is the first Sabado Gigante is much funnier than the version with Paul Rudd. Mm-hmm. It's not because Paul Rudd is bad, it's just because Nate Bargatze fits so much better into that environment.
And fish out of water part of it.
The one line that is
awkwardness, like
the one that I love, and I'm glad you talked about the pausing, because it's such a key pause. It's when he asks the host, he was like, "What channel is this on?" And he says like the number in Spanish, and he like pauses for a second. And he goes, "Yeah, I don't think he knows."
No, he's going to be an all-time host if he keeps being able to do it.
He's another guy that if you brought him in every season, I wouldn't be mad.
Again, Chris Hemsworth fits that bill for me. Like, bring him in every year.
Martin
Short, Steve Martin, Ariana Grande, Quinta Brunson. Bring him in every year. I'm fine. Again, if we just saw a who's who of the past 3 years of our favorites just repeated next year, I'd be fine with it. It's awesome. They're so good at their jobs. What's your number one, Nate?
My number one is actually John Mulaney. I'm surprised you guys didn't like this episode. This episode actually, if you remember right, at the beginning had the cold open with Kamala Harris, where Maya Rudolph came back and she did the mirror thing, which was I thought very funny. John Mulaney did he did the What's That Name with Tim Kaine. Do you remember?
Yep. Which is hilarious because Tim Kaine played Tim Kaine.
Yep. Beppo was in this episode. Bus Milk, the musical, which I thought was super funny. Sitcom Pioneers, Family Bonds. I thought that was a really good. And then Harvey Epstein for City Council.
Yeah, I think the one thing that held me back from including Mulaney is
You don't like John Mulaney's comedy though, like that. Like you've been very.
He's been very clear.
No, when I looked at the roster of sketches, even though I didn't think that there was a bad one, because
There's some great ones.
because the cold open and the monologue were so long, there were a lot fewer sketches, and so I went for the ones that like I felt like they had a lot of sketches and they kept the quality up. In spite.
But why
of
don't
having
you
all
like
of
John Mulaney?
I love John Mulaney. He's one of my favorite.
But it
comedians.
feels like since he came out like as trying to get like as somebody that's going through recovery, you don't like him as much.
The words "I don't respect anybody who's ever struggled."
Like,
It's not really about the show. I mean, if you think about it, the two podcasts that I have, 1/3 of the host is an alcoholic. So I love alcoholics, so I don't have a problem with that.
Hey, we do have to talk about your beer drinking. It's getting a little out of hand.
So yeah, no, the Mulaney is a great pick. Like he was definitely
Hey,
in consideration.
Real quick, I have started doing coke.
Oh, that's fine.
So yeah,
How is that? Because I've been wondering, like,
it's great.
Just as long as you have the will squared away, and like I'm fine.
because I'm feeling like going for. I don't have the money you do, so like the Meyer brand Coke,
Meyer
which
brand
is like
Coke.
meth.
Just no, it's just stepped on. Like you just get a bunch of baby powder in there.
It's good.
It's great.
Not
No,
great.
it's great. It's great.
That's
Well, that's it. We did
it
it.
for SNL season 50, guys. We love
We're
SNL.
gonna hear from you
and
guys.
we love
What did we get
you.
wrong?
Who do you want to see? Like, give me one or two next year. Who do you want to see host?
I mean, well, I have two big.
Who do we need to see?
I have
host?
two big dream
Sure, go for it.
hosts that
Scott Stapp
It's never
from
gonna.
Creed,
It's never gonna happen.
and then middle of the year, Scott Stapp again.
Hilarious. Tom Cruise. I mean,
He'll never do it.
it'll never happen. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I would love to see it.
Bill Hader will never do it. He did it. He hosted,
I would.
but he'll never do it again because of his anxiety.
That's
I
the
just
thing.
think
Is
that's
like I hope that maybe he'll come back every like few years
just
at
don't
least.
see it.
If he's got to recharge and come back into it.
Who else has? Chris Evans. He has such
Anxiety
stage anxiety.
about it. Yeah, he'll never do it.
I would love to see him do it though.
I agree.
He's so talented. You know.
Yeah. I wish Robert Downey Jr. would come back.
He's not a definite. He's never said like "fuck that place." I'm never coming back. Right? It's just
not
like
as far as I know.
He just hasn't done it.
Yeah, and I wonder if he even has any
Inclination.
interest.
Yeah.
Can I say somebody that I would love to see do it? That I don't know if he's ever done it. Steve Carell.
He has.
He has.
Yeah.
Okay, I would love to see him do it again.
He did it at like the height of
The
the
Office.
Office fame, and
I mean, of course.
I think he's done it twice actually.
Okay.
Now that Amy Poehler's podcast is big, I
Mm-hmm.
would love to see her come back and do it. You know, that'd be fantastic. Again, Vanessa Bayer. That's just for me
100%.
personally.
Bobby Moynihan.
There are so many great things that she did on the show that I just miss.
Yeah.
And so even if she's not going to host, if she could come back next year and pop up as the weather person or Jacob reading the Torah, or there, she did have so many good things there, man.
Has
I miss
Zendaya
her.
ever hosted?
What?
I don't think she has.
Zendaya? No, I don't believe so.
I would love to see her. Host.
You know, no, she did.
Did she really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was in like
Zendaya after tomorrow?
the first season that we did it. I think that she was.
No, she has
47.
not done it. By the way.
Really?
No.
Way to go, Brad.
I could have. Oh, maybe.
Was it because Tom Holland did it?
I don't, has Tom Holland ever done it?
I don't think Tom Holland's hosted either.
No, that's another one. I think.
I'd love to see Tom Holland.
Yeah,
Tom Holland
exactly.
do it.
Because Tom Holland has theater experience.
Yeah.
I think he could.
He's
do
got
a-
the theater kid energy.
I, wonder
I think
why
he's also
thought
funny.
Zendaya did it.
I bet Tom Holland is funny as well.
Oh, here's the thing about a guy like that. I feel honestly that he's a good person and he's affable enough where he'd be earnest.
Yeah.
And we just talked about that. I love when somebody comes out on the monologue and just honestly you believe that they do want to be there.
Yeah.
That's huge. And Tom Holland fits that bill all day long.
Yeah, and he's like multi-talented.
Oh yeah,
too.
I have no problem. He could probably sing, dance, everything, right?
Have you not seen his lip sync battle?
Oh yeah, no.
Oh,
okay.
it's so
Good,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean we've listed quite a few here. I would love to see all of them. Any 4-timers that could be 5-timers that we would think of?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to
Charles
I don't know.
Barkley,
Okay.
I would love
honestly,
to.
would be a 5-timer. Would be amazing.
Oh, I would love
One more time.
Mike Myers to come back and host.
Sure.
Actually,
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, yeah. So Lauren, we know you're listening. Make it happen. Appreciate it. Convince Bill Hader.
I would not hate it if she's gonna potentially take over the show again.
Tina Fey.
I wouldn't hate a Tina Fey hosted show either. One more time.
You know what? Just bring Seth Meyers back and let him host.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to watch that.
I actually really have enjoyed bringing old cast members back. I don't care what they're doing. Give me a Bobby Moynihan episode, and I will not be sad.
Mm-hmm.
I know that Brad, and it's going to sound like I'm doing it a bit, but I'm not. I know you think the train's left the station a bit on these guys, but do you think that there's a world in which the three hosts of Smartless, all three of them, would do it? Like,
oh, that'd be really interesting. I think that the only time that they've ever had three people host SNL was Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, and Martin Short when Three Amigos came out.
It's not impossible.
It's not
right?
impossible. I don't know.
Would you like to see it, though?
I think I would have liked to have seen it 2 years ago.
Sure.
Now that they came out with their own fucking mobile thing, I'm kind
of sour me a little bit. It's like,
you guys kind of suck.
So have you done any? And I haven't. But have you done any research? Are they actually trying to like aim it to be like, hey, we're going to help, or is this just a cash grab?
Help what?
Like create a low cost option for people that don't have options.
But there's lots of those options.
No, I'm sure it's a low cost option.
Isn't that what Mint Mobile is?
Yeah, it just feels lame. Like it just feels like they're using their brand to be like, oh, let's come out with a mobile service.
So
Ryan Reynolds has made millions of this.
So you guys don't know, you're just judging.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what we do. That's what we do.
Okay, hey, listen.
Like, are they really filling in like a gap where there's no service? Like, it's not as if there aren't tons of mobile service out there. I feel like they're just trying to.
I'm
like,
just asking questions.
I feel like they're just trying to make money. Okay, Joe Rogan.
I'm just asking questions.
I would love to see Will Arnett host.
That'd be a good one.
I think I personally, I'd like to see Sean Hayes host more than any of the other.
He has hosted.
No, but like again, I want to see him now after Goodnight Oscar, and he's got more confidence now that he's on this podcast and everything. I think he's a different person now.
No.
There's a lot of potential good hosts.
Of course, yeah.
I'm looking forward to.
We're not. There's no drought in like people that would be amazing to watch host SNL.
And
we are lucky that a lot of people it's still relevant. People want to do it. It's still an achievement.
Season 50 drew an average of 8.1 million users per episode, and that's like live users, right? For live TV anymore, that is astonishing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The idea of getting 30 million viewers or 25 million viewers an episode is way down.
Yeah.
Right? You can't do that. So the idea of SNL struggling is not even...
The Super Bowl is still the number one thing.
Yeah.
And it gets how many? Is it 100 million?
100 million.
Right.
Maybe more. But
The series finale of MASH had like 80 million.
Yep.
Seinfeld 50 million. Whatever. These are the.
You used to but Friends episodes used to get 20 million. 20 million.
Yeah.
But that's not that's not anymore. To get 3 or 4 million an episode now is a big deal. SNL gets 8.1. People are still watching SNL.
Yeah, it's still very.
And this
relevant.
does not even like count the amount of YouTube interaction they get, which is significant. And the Instagram and the TikTok, like they've got a significant online following.
And we found out it costs about $3 million an episode to produce SNL.
It isn't that much comparatively.
Well, they have a staff of 300 people, right? That's just crazy. And again, if we're gonna end it on anything, the respect that we three have for not only the writers and everything, but everybody that goes into that show. I'm so happy that the 50th stuff happened to see those documentaries. I know we've said this already, but watching the true passion that like even the prop guys. Well, she said she wants a hole in the head, so we created 5 to pick from, and if it's last minute you need to change, yes ma'am, we're on it. Like everybody's bought in.
Yeah,
you don't get too many shows anymore, and I'm sure there's of course politics and infighting like everything, but it seems like everybody's on the same page for just trying to produce good comedy.
Yeah,
and that's so rare these days. We are very fortunate. We're very fortunate for these listeners. I'm very fortunate for you two, even you, Brad. I love you very much.
And my final word is the State of the Union is strong here, right? I think SNL is strong.
Yeah.
I think this cast was incredibly strong this year. I think the writing was good. There's some really great episodes.
And I think that it's in good hands moving forward, even if Lauren isn't going to be a mainstay anymore. And who knows? But I feel like the show will continue in a strong fashion without him.
Yeah, I agree. Brad, what's your final thoughts about?
Yeah, this was a fantastic season. The anniversary really made it feel special. It's nice to have something to look forward to and something that is fresh
Agreed.
and new and so uniquely produced. I'm glad it's still doing what it's doing. And
Very few water cooler shows anymore.
Yeah.
It was interesting. Again, my two oldest are on Instagram now. They're 15 and 17, and I noticed that both of them follow SNL on Instagram. And so they're not watching the show. They're not as dedicated as I am, but they're seeing enough of it, right?
Just sow those seeds, baby. It's just
and so they're still watching some sketches. Finn still shares some stuff with me.
well, and again, I'm in my 40s. Brad, you're in your late 30s.
I'm roughly Brad's age.
Nate's 117. It's relevant for us, but these writers and everything that come on are in their early 20s. Jane Wickline's 25, right? This is not for us necessarily anymore, but it is. They're able to do both, and that's a show that it's so crazy to me that you can reach so many different demographics. That Forever 31 was in the top 5 most watched.
Yeah.
That's of course not made for us,
Right.
But clearly that demographic, it's not like I don't watch SNL because I'm a woman in my 30s. Clearly they're finding it online.
Yeah.
Right. So to your point, Nate, just because you're not watching it live doesn't mean that your friend's not sending you that virally later.
Yeah.
So it's kind of SNL is kind of handpicked for this kind of YouTube
Agreed.
thing that we're doing, and it has been since the 70s. They just didn't know it.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks so much for listening with us this season. We're going to still be here this summer, figuring out some stuff to do. I don't think we have a firm plan yet, but we will.
One thing we're definitely going to do is we're going to finish the
Don't
SNL.
tell me what I'm going to do.
The SNL movies.
No, we're not. I don't want to do that.
Well, you have to.
It just sounds like we have like 3 listeners.
One very specific listener.
Hey, do you guys promise to listen? 'Cause if you
No one's
do,
gonna
we'll
listen.
do it.
One very specific listener said we needed to finish the movie.
Tell your
who's that
tell your
listener?
mom
Is
to
it your
stop
mom?
commenting.
Simply because they want to get to MacGruber. So.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's
But MacGruber isn't included.
Wow.
We're gonna do everything but MacGruber.
Lauren Michaels didn't produce it.
It's a real blue ball situation.
Lauren Michaels didn't produce
Sorry,
it.
it's right. He's right.
You're
When he's right, he's right.
That's not even the definition. It's
Yes, it
based
is.
on an SNL sketch.
Nope, it's Lauren Michaels
not,
produced.
You're a sack of balls.
Whoa.
Diseased ones. Too.
Okay, come on. That's a great way to end the show. Good
Goopy
job.
balls.
Stop it.
It's a fun sketch.
Goopy balls.
Yeah.
That's sweaty balls. Completely different.
Happy fun ball.
Okay, bag of glass.
See, second. We're gonna finish the movies. The next one we're supposed to do is Superstar. So get ready for Jesus. And we're gonna just work our way right through it. I'm sorry, you guys made it through Blues Brothers 2000 and
that's why
and
we
it's
want to.
Pat.
That's why we
so
want to stop.
They're not gonna get worse. So
you say that.
I do because I know what's coming, and it's not.
All right, wrap it up.
Superstar.
We gotta go.
Ladies Man.
Yep.
By the way, also watch Stuart Saves His Family. Not as worse.
Honestly, not as bad as you think.
Yeah, they're no. We talked about it.
I know, but
before.
the-
Jesus.
Hey, if you're new to the podcast, watch this. That's good.
And then maybe we'll dig into some older episodes. Maybe we'll do some themed like rankings or something like
we're
that.
not going to get that far. But
We only have like 3 movies left, so
I know.
Yeah, but we record once a month.
Exactly.
We
Let's
record
be
once a month right
No,
now.
well, that's
Let's be
your
honest
fault.
with ourselves.
Hey, listen,
We're busy.
If you guys are still listening right now, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yeah, we love you guys.
We
We,
love you.
genuinely do.
apologize
You should.
to the listener.
I'm sorry for Brad.
All right. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back in a new episode pretty soon. Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks so much for listening. Whether you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, we appreciate you so much. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter or X, whatever you call it these days. We appreciate you. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. Bye-bye.